Looks like we are live.
We are live. Here we go.
We're a bit earlier,
Bit early.
2 minutes, but
We can call it the pre-live stream.
pre-live. Absolutely,
Pre-live.
pre-live. Here we go. People start joining. Welcome, welcome. We are a bit earlier today, 1 minute to go, but thanks very much to everyone who jumped earlier and decided to share their Friday afternoon with me and Liam.
Who better? Who better?
Who better?
How's your week been, Dimitri?
Very, very busy week. Very busy, extremely busy, I might say. But obviously, we found some time to do this live stream because we think it's important that we communicate what's going on in Mystro, what features we're releasing. And today's no exception. Today, we're going to be showing a preview. Well, it's not so much preview. It's already live. So it is live. So if you're a Mystro subscriber, you'll be able to see a brand new Mystro dashboard that we believe is going to be really, really helpful to all of our clients to see what's going on in their company, to create reports, widgets, and to see the tasks that are outstanding and in progress, so they know exactly what they need to do. And obviously, as everything else in Mystro, we do it Mystro way. So we're trying to make it as simple to use as possible, but at the same time, as powerful as possible. So we're trying to combine simplicity and power. I can see more people joining us today. Thank you very much, guys. Welcome, welcome. If you can hear us or see us, please let us know. If you have any questions, you can also always ask. We're always happy to answer all of your questions. And sometimes, even if you want to join us live right now, let us know. We'll send you a link. We'll get you into a live stream, and you can share your experiences with us as well.
Absolutely. There's enough space. Don't worry. We're not going to feel weird about it.
Okay. So as I mentioned before, a lot of things happening in Mystro, and look, Liam, I understand it's Friday. It's Friday. It's time to get a drink. But before that, let's talk about the new features that we've just implemented, and we launched it live literally half an hour ago. This is something that I was previewing last week, and I promised that it will be available to our clients this week. And of course, we're talking about dashboard. Right now, it's in beta. And what I'm going to do today, Liam, is I'm going to show our audience how to use dashboard, how they can create widgets that shows them useful information. For example, how many deals at a certain period of time entered certain stage in the process, whether it's a new lead or whether it's an approved deal, like whatever the setup is, you can have this information now, and you can you can manipulate it, and you can create your own widgets. So after that, what we're gonna do, we're gonna show. We receive a lot of requests from our clients, or a lot of interest with AI data extraction from documents. So we're gonna kind of give you a demo how you can extract information from client documents. For example, when they upload their driver's license or payslip. And based on this information, we're going to take certain action. I think, Liam, in one of your configuration in Mystro, when someone uploads a driver's license, we validate for their name.
Hang on, don't spoil it, Dimitri.
Okay, I just wanted to tell what's going to happen.
Yeah, and we'll just say that imagine if your clients didn't have to fill out aspects of the form, or the client information form, or whatever the form is that you got was even more accurate than it was before. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Very intriguing. Very intriguing. I don't know what you're talking about, but anyway, it's all good. So should we begin with screen sharing?
I think we should. And honest guys, if we look a little bit brain dead, it's been a week. I mean, Dimitri, I was talking to a client today, and he said to me, "Oh, how are you, Liam?" And I feel like I was like, I froze. So that's where my head's at the moment. It's dead. So we'll see how we
But
go.
anyway, we'll get through this, and I'm actually very excited about this one.
Oh, it looks schmick.
Look, every Friday we do new releases, and we getting excited ourselves, with what we're building, and how it helps not only you guys. We use our software as well for our own purposes, for internal tracking, for internal workflows. So it benefits everyone. All right, so guys, this is a Mystro dashboard. Now, it is available to everyone right now. So on the left menu, you will see a new icon, and it's called Mystro dashboard. So if you click on it, the first thing you will see something like this. It's going to be empty. So under reports, essentially you can add widgets, like a mini reports or mini ways to preview what's going on in your company. I'll show you how it works in a second.
And it's really less than reports, but it's more analytics. It's only saved on in this view at this point. It's a snapshot, really. I mean, this is the first step, would you say, Dimitri, in terms of being able to have more and more visibility to your clients, your information, your business, etc.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So it's more analytics, but not reports. But very soon we're going to be releasing an update to this where you'll be able to actually produce reports. So if you want to say, hey, give me all applications that or deals that went into certain stage, so you can essentially analyze these applications, and potentially you can create a list out of these people and maybe send them marketing campaigns, or use it for internal analytics and so forth. But it's very easy to use. If you click Add Widget, we get an option to create these little small widgets for all kind of scenarios. For example, I might want to say I want to create a deal widget, and I want to show how many applications in certain period of time entered inbox folder, or new leads, or any folder for that matter. So I can just select it, and now it appears. And here we go. We have, in the last 3 months, we have 363 deals entered inbox folder. Very simple. Anyone can do it. It's just a matter of organization, how you organize your deals in folders and stages, and then you can produce this information very easily. You can also sort by time frame. So I can say this year, so 780 deals entered this segment this year, or this widget. I'm going to go back to 3 months, and I can add as many as I want. For example, I might want to add another one, and I might want to say, show me all refinance deals. So when someone refines a deal, here we go. In the last 3 months, I had 0 refinance deals.
That's sad.
That's sad, but obviously it's our test account. In the last year, I had 5. How good is that? So, moving forward, I can say, okay, give me all deals that passed employment verification, or give me all deals with a lead status of collecting data. By the way, all this information is part of configuration on your deal level. So as you probably know, on a deal, you can set up different variables and different parameters that you can identify a deal. So I can say, how many deals right now in progress, or qualified, or onboarded. So I can create as many of these widgets as I want, really. And the system will handle it, and obviously it will show you all the widgets that are available for specific scenario or for specific requirement. We're going to be expanding on this, of course. So very soon you'll be able to say how many deals have converted. So you can say, for example, if your setup consists of a folder or stage called new lead, and then you have another stage approved, then we can say, what's the percentage of deals that went from new lead to approved. So you'll be able to create these kind of scenarios and present this kind of information in a meaningful way. And of course, you can sort these widgets. I don't know if Liam, if you knew that, but you can move them around.
Not.
Yep. So you can move them around, and you can create as many as you want, really. So I can create a widget, for example, that shows me how many of my clients are PAYG employed, or it's 19. Not many clients, but
that's very cool.
yep. So you can create all of like it pretty much it's open to your imagination. Of course, other CRMs provide similar functionality, but we're trying to make it much better, much powerful, and much easier to use. That's the key. If it's easy to use, it's the best. And of course, these reports will be connected to Copilot as well. It's not available on Copilot, but you'll be able to query Copilot and say, hey, how many qualified leads I had this month? So it will give you this information.
So essentially, we're starting off with almost just being able to produce a number, but we're taking this to the point of being able to apply logic, which then helps you give more and more insight into your business. One, as a snapshot, or like visually like this, but then two, for later to be able to produce reports and actually get real, tangible, a grip on what your business is doing.
Yeah. So it's not just a number. I mean, obviously it's a number, but it's not showing how many deals are currently in this folder or in this stage. It's actually showing you how many deals have entered this particular segment or folder or stage during a period of time. So it's like proper analytics. So it's not just showing you just number how many deals are in there.
You've done a lot of demos, Dimitri.
Sorry?
363 in the last 3 months. You've done a lot of demos.
Yeah, well, I'm doing a lot of demos. This is the account that I'm doing demos with. So obviously, and that's why it's sometimes it's just half broken, sometimes it's not working. But look, I'm trying to keep it as up to date and as fresh as possible.
No fair.
Okay, looks like we have quite a few people who joined us, guys. If you want to ask questions, feel free to ask. More than happy to answer all of your questions. And if you want us to show something that you would like to see, please let us know. All right, let's move on. Under reports, we have tasks. So as you know, with Mystro, we've launched tasks probably 6 months ago-ish. And we are constantly working on improving task system and make it more useful and, of course, easier to use. So here you will see a preview or list of tasks that probably require your attention or incomplete or that needs to be completed today or completed in the next week. So you can preset, the search parameters, how you want to see your tasks. So, for example, I might want to see tasks that are created today. So only one task. Or I might want to see tasks that created in the last week. So this week I had 2 tasks created. And I might want to say status incomplete. So next time when I log in, I can go to my dashboard. I can see all these tasks that are incomplete. I might want to also say that I want to show tasks that are due today. No task due today. No task due this week. No task due this month. And no task due this year. So there are no due dates assigned to any of the tasks that I have. But if I assign a due date to the task, obviously it will be filtered by due date. So let me actually go to a task. So this is a task. This is how you click into a task. And I can set a due date, and let's make it, next Friday. So now we've set a due date for the task next Friday. And if I filter it by this week, by this month. So this is a task that due next Friday. I don't know did I set it to next Friday? I set it to 4th of October. So that's actually already passed.
No, that's created. You want to look at due.
That's created. Due date 5th. All right, due date 5th of October, which is Saturday, which will be next week.
No, it's already been. It's already been the 5th of October, Dimitri. Your brain is just as cooked as mine is.
My brain is cooked, but you get the gist, right? So you can create a task, you can set due dates, and you can filter by these due dates. Simple as that. And all these filter settings will be preserved. So next time when you refresh it, the filter settings will be there. So you don't have to, change them ever if you don't want to. But if you want to, of course you can. Also, what you can do, you can see tasks assigned to your team members. So as well as viewing your own task, you can quickly jump to other people's tasks, and you can see what's going on in there. Maybe someone called in sick, so you can just filter by their tasks and reassign them to yourself. Very
Has
simple.
Sue got any tasks, Dimitri?
Sue?
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
wondering what she's up to. Oh, there we
Here we
go.
go.
She's gonna
That's Sue.
give Bob a call, and then she's also calling John. So
Absolutely, she's got overdue tasks.
we might need to let her go.
We need to make sure that we do during our annual review for Sue. We need to make sure that we mention that. I have another one, Brendan. I don't know if Brendan has any tasks. Brendan is perfect. All tasks, no tasks at all. But Sue has a bunch. So here we go. This is how you manage tasks. And of course, if you click on a task, you can jump right into the application. So let's say I'm going to jump into this application and click on a deal. Here we go. It took me straight into my application where I can see everything that is going on, and I can see a list of tasks created for this application, and I can take it further. How cool is that?
It's very cool. It's, you know, what's really nice is that this used to be a very bare screen. So much real estate that was not being used, and to see that we've got snapshots into the next meeting, you know, we've got chat history and progress, we've got notes, tasks, like it's becoming a full-fledged, hey, I know exactly what's going on right here, right now, which is really cool.
Yeah. But the challenge is to keep it as clean as possible.
Yes.
So we don't want to overload it, but at the same time, so we need to find that balance. And I think we found this balance. You know, we made it very, very simple and very simple to use. Like I believe it's nicely laid out. And it's like if you want to add a note, you can just add a note. So I can add a note, test, I can mention someone, and here we go. It's a note. So it's really, really simple. So that's how you can manage it, and I can close it down, and I can move on to the next task, and so forth. So these are tasks, and hopefully, guys, you will love using them, and you'll find them useful. And of course, any feedback about tasks and about reports, please let us know. We are listening. These features are actively in development. So if you want to influence the development, if you want to influence the functionality, we are more than happy to talk to you, to jump on a call and discuss your specific use case and see how we can implement it. We want to make it as flexible as possible, put it that way.
Absolutely. Well, and I think we've done that, Dimitri. I mean, at the end of the day, almost every element of this is customizable. I mean, I know as a broker prior, trying to work out what my tasks were for the day, it was a little bit messy. And honestly, like sometimes it's really helpful to, like, let's say, for example, there's a folder which is called urgent. And one of our automations move a deal into that folder when certain things happen. For me to look at this and go, ooh, quick, I need to look at those deals. You know, it's just a very easy way to manage my tasks, prioritize certain things. We've needed this for a while, and it's great that we can provide this to our clients.
Yeah, look, a lot of clients ask for it. A lot of clients, and reports and tasks and widgets and previews. It's been in discussions forever, like for the last 12 months. But obviously, to get these kind of pieces of functionality, we need to think exactly what we are building, how we're building it. We need to make sure that system is scalable enough so it can support a lot of people and a lot of information, a lot of data. Like we have clients with hundreds of thousands of records in the system. So of course, we need to make sure that we can handle that.
Absolutely.
And I believe we are on the right track. So that's task, that's dashboard. Now, you will see new developments in dashboard, of course, in the next coming weeks. And as we release new features, we'll let everyone know, and probably next Friday or Friday after, we're just going to be revealing them one by one. All right. Next, let's talk about document data extraction and validation. That's been a hot topic. Topic.
I swear it's coming up in conversations so frequently. Like, because at the end of the day, it's very different. It's very exciting, and it's like it changes things. It changes the way that we do business, the way that we deal with our clients, the load that we, to be honest, it even helps from a being able to manage, personal and work life, because you just don't have to do as many of these tiny little things that are really easy for tech to do.
Yeah,
It's
well,
just exciting.
the idea of data extraction from documents is basically it's a validate information, and not just validate information, but also pre-fill information into your form, for example, or maybe you just want to create a note or add a comment or add a task with information, with client's information. So with Mystro, it's very, very easy to do. I know, Liam, you did that automation right before this demo. And, your automation, do you want to tell what automation does before we jump into it? So people have expectations?
Oh, okay. So look, think about this. Client goes and does a form, right? Then they provide documentation. What we then do is to help out with the fact that sometimes the form and the documents can actually conflict with each other. And arguably the documents are going to be more accurate. So we can actually extract, provide you guys with feedback as a file note in terms of what the differences are between the document and the form data, and then actually adjust the form data from a compliance perspective to say that this is the accurate information about this particular client. And all of this is handled by AI.
AI. Automation. Well, AI built into Mystro automations.
Yes, sorry,
really
Dimitri.
cool.
My bad.
It's more technical term.
Yes.
More technical term. Okay.
So let's do it.
So we've got a bunch of automations going on. Now, I've already pre-created a deal before this live stream. Liam, you'll be happy about that. So we don't have to go through the entire application process. This is our deal. So if I click on it, so it's got, obviously I've got a calendar meeting booked as part of this deal. If you joined our previous streams, as part of the form, we have ability to book an appointment. I don't know why it's there. I think I've just added it maybe a couple of months ago, and it's just there. So every time I go through this form, it books a new appointment for me.
Well, hang on, Dimitri, you use Mystro chatbots to book calendar meetings. So didn't you just do this for yourself? And then
No. I don't remember why I did it. There was a reason for that, but yeah, who knows?
Fair.
Now, the form is not 100% complete, of course. So if we click here, we see this is my name, Dimitri. Now, my name does not match the name that it's on my driver's license. So I believe, Liam, your validation, your automation will pick it up, and it will update to the correct. I don't know. We'll see what it does.
I guess we'll see.
Okay, so this is a form. This is on client experience. Obviously, it's not 100% complete. So let me just answer a bunch of more questions, and we'll be done. So this is the end of the form, and now we're going to submit it. Now, as you probably know, Mystro automatically generates document checklist based on what clients said in their profile. So if client said, I'm full-time employed, then we're going to collect employment information. If they say they have 5 investment properties, we're going to collect, verification information for all of the properties. And whatever they say in their profile, if you need to verify that information with documentation, it can be automatically done. Right now, in this profile, I don't have any employment information. That was a very quick fact find. But I said I've got personal loan with ANZ. So it says, okay, no worries, give me 6 months loan statement and loan contract. Because in my original setup for this profile, this is what I want to collect for personal loan. Of course, in your situation, it may vary. You might want to collect just maybe loan statements, or might want to collect nothing, because clients also able to upload their bank statements. And, you can extract this information from bank statements. Very simple. So what I'll do, I will upload a bunch of documents, and let me just go to my documents folder. And I'm going to upload my driver's license, which is not my driver's license here. So actually I uploaded driver's license instead of passport. So I'm going to upload driver's license here again. And also what I'm going to do, I'm going to upload. I'm not asking for my employment for my pay slip.
But we can just add it though.
Well, because I said I'm unemployed. Probably after this stream, I will be unemployed. I'm making so many mistakes, someone will fire
so.
me. All right. But look, it's easy to fix. So I can go to my documents, and in documents, this is a list of documents that have been generated automatically by the system. So I can add to this list at any point of time. I can add, for example, for Dmitry, I can say payslip here, or I can add another section that will require a person to upload a payslip. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to add a document group very quickly, and I'm going to say employment verification, and I can give instructions to clients. Please upload your payslips. Obviously, it should be generated automatically if I said that I'm full-time employed. So in this case, I'm going to say payslip. It's going to collect one document, payslip, and that's about it. So I can add more if I like. Payslip 2. Here we go. And the status by default is not collecting because I'm still updating document checklist. I might want to ask another document in ID. So for example, I might want to ask for a birth certificate. So you can modify your document checklist at any point. And when you're done, just click request documents, send request to the client, and they will be notified that you are asking them to upload payslip and birth certificate. In here, it just magically appeared. Employment verification, please upload your payslips. Simple as that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to upload a payslip. Payslip is uploaded. And now if I go back to Mystro, we'll see this is my payslip. Now, for some reason, we have failed to verify Australian driver's license. That could be because it's that's how this account's set up. But normally it just goes through. So let's just re-queue it and reprocess it.
But I guess as well because we're using an external provider, I mean, there's a number of reasons why things can happen. So the great thing is that we allow for very easily for you to go and check. So if you ever get an error, please just go and recheck it, reanalyze, because now it's going to go and do the same thing. And then we should be able to actually continue. Yep. There we go.
It's very stable. For some reason, in this account, sometimes it playing games because I'm using this account for testing in UAT as well as in production. So sometimes it just misconfigured. But now it passed it, and it also renamed this document to accordingly to my name in specifications. So in Mystro, you can actually specify how you want your documents to be named. So in driver's license, we say we wanted to name this document as driver's license, Dmitry, and the driver license expiry date. Same as payslip. If you look at the payslip, we're saying, okay, payslip passed validation, so I can click on it, and I can say, and it says document is a payslip, matching description. So it actually gives you a reason why it has passed it, and also it has renamed it according to specification. So not only it renames it, but it also classifies it. So it knows that this document is payslip, and this
which is important. Sorry,
it is very important. It is very important. So here's a good example. In Australia, when I uploaded my payslip under Australian passport, so the system said no, this is not a passport. It says the document is a driver's license, not an Australian passport. So it failed validation, and it actually classified this document as a driver's license. So that's very important because sometimes, you're asking people to upload the Medicare and they upload their passport. This is not what you want. So system will warn you, and you'll be able to take further action. For example, in this case, I might want to reject this document, and I might want to say, please upload your passport. Not password, passport. Here we go. So Document will be rejected. Client will receive notification that you want them to re-upload their passport, and off it goes. So that's how it works. Now, if I go back to summary, I believe there will be some automations that are running in the background. And one of the automations that I had previously, that I have built previously, it's actually automation that validates employment information. So under employment verification, it has actually verified my employment and it set it to pass. So it says, okay, the employment details the customer provided is is sufficient to pass this verification. To be honest, I don't remember what this automation does, but automations can do anything. They can provide you with data that's been instructed from a document. They can match this data to information that they've provided. And based on that information, you can set certain parameters. So you can say, okay, if employment verification pass, let's just set this variable in my deal that employment verification is passed. So next time when you go to the deal, or for the first time when you open up a deal, you see that employment is verified. Very simple. I can see there are some notes added here. Data extraction, form pre-fill complete. Lim, was it you?
I didn't do it.
Someone did it. So someone was playing with automations, but basically it's...
Oh, no, sorry. Yes, I did that, but I didn't pre-fill the form. Like that's a part of the automation because the form's actually been updated.
So that's what I'm saying. So automation has done it and it updated the form. So let's have a look what happened on the form, because I don't know what happens. Here we go. The name is changed. The name is changed to the name that I have on my driver's license.
So why is your name different, Dimitri? Is there a story behind that?
There is no story. It's just that's how I usually spell my name different to my driver's license. Fair. Hey, in this case, the name is changed as in my driver's license. Obviously, you didn't have to do it. What you could do is leave the name as is, but you could add a note here that will say, hey, you know what? The name doesn't match Dimitri's name that he provided in his profile, and you can flag it. So for example, you might create a task automatically saying check customer's name. So that's how you can manage the process. And you can obviously, if it's a task, it can be allocated to another person who will call Dimitri and say, why the hell your name is different to your driver's license? Taking it further, you can validate name from different, not just driver's license, on different documents. For example, on payslip, if name doesn't match to the name on the driver's license, you can flag it and you can say, okay, something is going on here. Maybe we need to pay more attention to this deal. So it's very, very easy and very simple to use. Lim, do you want to show how these automations are done in the background?
Well, I think before you go into the automations, if you jump back into the deal, let's have a look and see what it's done, because like we've just seen the result, but if we go to the actual automations log, we can actually see what it's done. So if you go to like the ID validation, for example, so like we can see here that it's actually the information on the document differs. So it's actually given us a reason. And I think it's really cool that we capture these logs, because if a client goes, I wonder why, we can actually see the thought process behind it. So
check this out. That's one of your automation, and it says response Dimitri, because he asked to extract my first name from a driver's license. And it says the reason in the first name of the customer is extracted from driver's license, where it's listed as Dimitri A. Chopro. It's a weird name, guys, and I know that I got asked a lot. When I came to Australia, it actually got translated to French. Like, I don't know if you know, but apparently in Europe, the official language is French. It's not English. That's why it's weird, I know. But that was probably 30 years ago, that was the case. Maybe it's changed, maybe not. But my name was translated to French.
What was it in French, Dimitri?
Well, this is French.
Oh, right, sure.
Like, don't ask me. Like my surname Like my surname has been translated to French. My real surname is similar, but not exactly that. So when I came to Australia, that's my official surname, but it's French. Yes. So yeah. So it gave you a reason what it actually told you, what it did, and here we've got another one.
So you can see all the data that it's extracted, and it's actually said that it's different from the information that has been provided. And like the thing is, Dimitri, is like you provided that information, but imagine if you didn't ask any questions in the form about your employment, but you just said, "Hey, provide me an income statement and a pay slip."
Sure,
you could just pre-fill it.
And you know what? The form can be broken down into into different sections. So you don't have to, for example, I don't have to ask for the entire form. I can just have a section with minimum amount of information that I need, and the rest will be pre-filled automatically by AI and by Mystro automation. So let's say we're just going to ask them, are you employed? Yes, I'm employed. So we know that we need to collect their pay slips. No worries. And that's all we need. And then we might ask, another question like, what's your address? Like basic information, like really basic information. And then the next thing they will say, okay, give us your pay slips, give us your driver's license, and maybe run credit check. As you probably know, with Mystro, we can run credit checks. We can pull in their credit information and credit score, and we can use data from their credit report as well to populate fields in Mystro. Same as bank statements. So you can connect your Cash Deck or Ilion, and you can get them to upload bank statements. And based on bank statements, we can trigger certain events or maybe pre-fill information. We do pretty much anything that we need to do with data.
Here's a question, Dimitri. Because we can connect to Equifax, once that credit report comes back, could that trigger another automation that pulls all the data from the Equifax report?
100%. 100%.
Whoa, okay. Because that's got like liabilities and like if they're a direct, like that's got a lot of really good information that it's so much easier to get it from that than from a client.
Literally any document type.
Wow.
So let me just show you something very, very quickly. If I go to settings and if I click on my team and I click on document collection agent. So document collection agent is very smart technology that allows me to specify document classification because this agent is designed to understand documents, to validate documents, to classify documents and rename them. So this is a list of classification that are supported out of the box. It's not so much supported, it's just pre-filled. You can create your own classification. I can create a classification called Equifax. And I can actually specify how I want to name my reports and give an example of a name. So I can add my own classifications, my own document types, and system will be smart enough to understand that yes, we just downloaded credit report from Equifax. It's a quick Equifax. So now we can trigger automation that is created specifically for this type of document based on classification. So you can create all kind of classifications. You can create, I don't know, car receipt, whatever. Like whatever the document you expect to receive from your clients, you can actually automate the process. And it's really, really cool. And not just, create classifications here, but you can also drill a bit deeper. You can say, okay, provide specific validation instructions for specific type of document. Like what exactly do you want to validate? For example, if it's a bank statement, you might want to validate on missed payments or like whatever you want to validate specifically for the type of document you can provide here. Or if it's a driver's license, you might want to say, okay, the document needs to pass certain rules, such as it must not be expired. Or, like whatever the rules are, you can specify here. I understand it can be a bit confusing for some people. That's why we're here. So if you have any specific requirements, or if you want to validate documents, want to rename them, trigger certain events or certain workflows or automations based on data that we've received, by all means, get in touch with us. We'll configure it for you and we'll launch it for you in no time. And it's look, in the backend, it's really, really simple. So if I click on automations, this is where we create pretty much like workflow automations that will automate pretty much everything, the hell out of everything. So let's jump into Liam's ID validation. Is this the one?
Yeah, that's the one.
So if I jump into it, so this is what Liam said, instructions. So this automation will be run when document is uploaded and classified as a driver's license. So we know this automation will only trigger when document is driver's license. And here it's pure instruction to AI what to do. So if you can imagine, it's like a prompt. So when you use ChatGPT, you say, write me a letter or do this, do that, and it writes for you. Same concept. You can tell AI what to do, and AI will do it. So we're saying, hey, we've got full name, we have address, we have date of birth. These values are taken from the form, so you can link up any data on the form to this text area. And these are our document contents. So we need to say, okay, this is a document that we're going to validate, and just give it instruction, comparing full name, residential. So you just tell it what to do. The summary should be in the format, so it generates a summary. And you've got a couple of other things going on here, but I'm not going to go into this. But that's the concept. That's how you do it. You essentially create automation. You make sure that it's linked to specific document type, and based on that document type, you just tell AI what to do. Extract information, validate this, validate that, and based on result, do this or do that. Whether you want to update a field, or you want to add a tag, or you want to trigger another event, you want to trigger another automation, or you can even start a new application. How about that? Like imagine your workflow is please upload your driver's license. Someone uploads their driver's license. We go into automation, we validate it, and right in automation, we say, okay, now let's create a new deal. Let's create a new application, pre-fill data that we already have for this client, and just send it off to the client, to provide the rest. That's how cool it is.
I was giving an example to a client this week saying, think about this. Like the first thing that happens is you just get some standard documents, or you even say to the client, hey, just upload whatever you want. And then the client, we could leave a message, hey, give us 10 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever. We pre-fill the form, all automatically from the documents, send them automatically a text message to say, hey, jump into this link. And they go, whoa, it's half done. And I promise you, it's not us in the background doing it.
You know what I like what you just said? Just upload anything you want.
Yeah.
Like you can be really vague here. You can just say, hey, I just need your pay slips and maybe a couple of more documents. You can just specify it very vaguely.
You could literally say upload any ID, any income, any bank statements, and then we'll just work it out.
Yep. And if we don't get the document that we wanted, we can also trigger a workflow that will say, okay, I need your driver's license. Please re-upload it. So it's pretty cool, what you can do with this technology. And obviously, as technology evolves, your workflow becomes more automated and more powerful. And it's not just a little bit more automated or a little bit more powerful. It's actually disproportionately powerful, because these kind of automations can change the way you do things and just completely alter your workflow. Obviously, a lot of people are not ready for this, and we're not expecting them to be ready for this. But if you slowly, start utilizing these tools and, technologies that is available, in no time, you will improve your workflow dramatically.
Absolutely. And for example, Patrick, our first message of the day, woohoo! Patrick just asked a really good question. Is it currently possible in Mystro to request documents first before the form data is requested? Now, the brilliant thing is yes, because we can it would be a different workflow that we would create, and we could send out the document request. And then once the documents are done, we can trigger for the form to be sent out. And again, all of that data that we've extracted, we can put into the form to make that so much easier for your clients.
I'll give you an example.
Go for it. Do it.
So
And
here we go.
we've got Hari has said, how do I pre-fill data from existing clients? Please show the process.
Okay.
Can you also merge clients who have other profiles?
Okay,
maybe
let's
talk about
get this
after.
done first, and
Sure.
we'll move on to the next one. So what I'll do here, I'm not going to change workflow. I'm just going to use existing workflow, and I'm going to say I don't want to collect data now. So let's just collect it later. And we're going to create a deal. So the deal is created. As you can see, there is no progress bar appearing anywhere, which means it's just a deal in the system, like in any other CRM. I can click on a form, and Harry, to answer your question, you can pre-fill information right now. So I don't have to send it to client. I can just pre-fill it from this screen. I can also, if you have client already in the system, you can clone the application and data will be pre-filled automatically. Now, what I want to do here is I want to click documents. Now, because this particular workflow set up that way, so our document list generated automatically. So obviously we don't have any documents, but in Mystro you can create document templates, and I think I already have one. So if I click add here, I can manually edit document group, or I can just select document template, and if I have any, it will be available here. So if I click document collection, I don't know what's in there. It's empty. Okay, but no, don't laugh. We'll go in our apps, and I will create a document template now. Very, very simple.
All right,
so
here we go. This is okay. So we're actually going to do an example of this. Wow, let's do it. Let's do it live.
Yeah, let's do it. So I'm going to create empty document, and I'm going to say refinance, whatever. And now I can create empty document list. So by default, it just added document group supporting documents, document 1, document 2. I don't need to follow it. Just get rid of it. And let me just add a bunch of documents. So I'm just going to create very, very simple ID. And description will be, please upload 2 pay slips. That's it. And we're going to say pay slip 1. And we're going to say pay slip 2.
Just change the group title to pay slips or income.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't matter. Pay slips. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We're going to publish it. And it's published. So if I go to my deal, this is a deal that we've just created. By the way, you can view it as a list. I actually prefer lists, but a lot of people like Kanban boards for some reason. So if I click on a deal, and now I go to documents, add from template, here we go. This is our refinance template, and now we have these 2 documents appearing here. And you can continue editing it. So you can add to it, you can create groups. Imagine you can have a specific template for specific purpose. Simple as that. And when you're done,
Dimitri, why don't you make the 3rd document driver's license, because we can upload the driver's license and actually pre-fill the form. Just to show off a little bit.
That's cool. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Driver's license. Well, let's see, because I think this it's already pre-filled, because we already have a client.
Maybe change the client details. Oh, that's all right. We're making the point anyway.
We can pre-fill the other field, but anyway, let's see. The spelling of the clients is DMITRY.
True,
okay?
true.
So let's just see how it behaves. And payslip, driver's license, and I don't have to request form. I just request documents. So now request is sent to the client, and they will upload documents. So I don't think we're going to go through this particular workflow, but if we want to, we can simply use the link, because client will receive email and SMS, and they will have to jump. They will have to click on that, and we'll send them PIN. Let's wait for it to appear. And here we go. We've got documents. So without requesting the form. Now, back to Liam's point, when I upload my payslip, and driver's license, I think it will extract information from driver's license and it will populate onto a form.
It will. It will.
So here we go. And let's go back to our beautiful document request. Here we go. So now we've got payslip collected, driver's license. It will trigger automation. Not sure if it will work on this account. Of course it will, but let's just wait and see.
While it's happening, Dimitri, see, what's really interesting is obviously our software is incredibly powerful where we can create document checklists, right, for clients. And we always have had the ability to do like document templates, but funnily enough, they're not used all that much because the form does that process automatically. But especially if we move to this kind of thing, you can have like a self-employed, a PAYG, a standalone or 2-applicant template for documents preset, ready to go. So if you actually send it out to the client, they do it, form gets pre-filled, they get the form after it's been pre-filled. Good situation.
Okay, it's not validating. I know why. Because for this particular request, we just needed to add validate documents task. So valid document validator is actually, you can edit manually. So you can just add a task, validate documents. It's available for all applications. What we have for previous applications, we actually, as soon as you request form from a client, we automatically add in it. So we just needed to change our automation a little bit and say, as soon as you request anything, just add the document validator, and it will be attached, and now it's validated.
And and the automation's kicked off. This is exciting.
Let's have a look. Yep. So we have 2 automations, baking, ready, preparing, and it will do its thing. One automation will extract driver's license information. Other automation, I think it will do payslip validation or whatever.
Well, while that's doing its thing, why don't you quickly show people how to just how the automation has been set up for adding the document validator if they wanted to adjust it?
Sure, I'll do it in a second. But first, let's go and see and wait. So now it's running. We have 2 types of automations in the system. The first type is instant automation. So when something happens, for example, if you do something here, it will happen instantly. So it will run automation instantly and it will update user interface instantly. There is another type of automation that takes about see, this automation just finished running and it just extracted some information. There is another type of automation that runs every minute or every 30 seconds. I don't remember exactly how long, but for example, document validation is one of these automations, and other automations, other type of automations kind of will not run instantly, but it will take maybe 30 seconds for automations to execute. So employment verification now changed to pass, and if I go back to my client form, it didn't change my name, Liam.
It hasn't finished yet, Dimitri. You need to be patient.
Okay, let's wait. Yeah, you're right.
It's still doing its thing. But if you look at it, let's have a look at what it's done already.
It just validated my payslip and say it's pass. It's a valid payslip.
Oh, and it's also said that it's finished pre-filling.
It's finished pre-filling? Okay, let's have a look. Client form. Here we go. My name is Ching.
Oh, there we go.
So here we
go. Sign up now, guys. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's we can pre-fill pretty much anything we want. Address, for example, that's a good candidate. I don't know why haven't you done it. We're gonna pre-fill address, driver's license number.
Because it's your details. I was not gonna. I was trying to limit your personal data.
Yeah,
but you know what? What we should be doing, and we are kind of doing this already, is actually coming up with a workflow where you can actually, use elements of this. I mean, this is definitely something that's very exciting that we should be bringing live for people to really start to utilize this. Don't you reckon?
100%.
Because it's already there, but it could be easier.
Yes, and to make it easier is a big topic and a big topic of conversations here inside Mystro.
Mm,
We're having like crazy ideas how we're gonna make it easier. One of the ideas is to make it like a wizard.
mm,
So just tell us what you want in plain English. You don't have to be fancy. Just
mm,
say I want to extract data, whatever, and the system will do the work for you. So it
mm.
will create all these automations automatically. It will connect them to the right forms, and it make it work. So like these kind of things that we are aiming to achieve in the next short period of time. But for now, it's not hard. It's really not hard once you understand how to build this automation. It's actually quite simple,
Mm,
and we are on standby as well.
mm.
So
That's
nice,
awesome.
awesome.
It was a good question.
Yep.
But honestly, Dimitri, I mean, I think we're running out of things here. I mean, it's honestly, I feel like people are kind of probably in awe. Like, wow.
I think look, and just going back to this
Ugh.
example. We have client form documents. You could start your process with signature. You
You
don't have to
could.
request documents. For example, you could start with the signature. They
Mm,
will sign it, you will receive it, and you take it from there. So there are different ways how you can collect information. With Maestro, you you don't have to follow rules. I mean,
mm,
obviously, rules are there for a reason to have a workflow specifically created for different scenarios, but you can break these rules. Like you say, I don't want to request form. I just want to request documents. Or maybe you might want to have a chatbot running on your website, and that chatbot will populate form for you. So you don't want
mm.
to request it ever. And as soon as a form is populated via chatbot, you just request documents. Uh, they will upload documents, system will validate them, will extract information, put it on the form. Done.
You
Very,
know,
very simple.
Dimitri, the people that jump onto this first are going to be the people that come out in front. Absolutely,
No doubt. No
no
doubt.
doubt.
I mean, right now it's already becoming noticeable. Like we
Mm,
see what people do with Maestro and with automations and how they automate their workflows, including client notifications, SMSs, emails, data extraction, pretty much everything. And
mm,
we see people do so much things with Maestro, and they're well ahead
mm,
of everyone else. And
mm.
the gap will continue to increase, to expand, and the expansion will be disproportionate, like seriously
Absolutely.
disproportionate, because the power that brokers have right now with Maestro gives them so many possibilities that no one else have. And we are not stopping here. Like, guys,
Mm.
believe me, we are working our asses off to build this system, not just the best in Australia, but the best in the world. And I think we're leading the way.
We are definitely making headway. I mean, if you can't tell, I mean, the fact that we are tired on a Friday clearly shows it's been a week, and I'm slowly slumping here.
And you know what? We are one. Our developers' brains are fried.
Oh, they're
Pretty much,
fried. Like,
they're fried.
basically, it was gibberish that we were getting this afternoon. So,
They are fried because there's so many. I mean, it might look easy and simple on the surface, but it's really full on, and we are very, very proud of it, and we're
mm,
very grateful for all of our customers who gave us a chance to
mm,
use our system, to help them, to improve their processes, and who stuck with us for some of them 4 years. We
yeah,
have customers who with
some
us,
5, even 5.
yeah, even 5. Harry, I think you've been with us for a couple of years as well, since the
Mm,
beginning. I
mm,
remember I met Harry at the Finshaw PD Day, I
mm,
think,
mm,
maybe 4 years ago or something like that. So yeah, we have a lot of clients who stuck with us for ages,
mm.
and they don't want to leave, they don't want to move. And
There you go. 4
here we
years.
go, Harry.
4
Yes, 4
years.
years. So, Mike, look, we really, really appreciate your business, and we will deliver. We are leading the way.
I don't know how you've dealt with him, Harry. 4 years.
It was difficult. That's why I'm so grateful that people can actually deal with me.
Absolutely. What do you reckon, Dimitri? We're about 30 seconds away from an hour. Why don't let's wrap it up and leave these guys to go to their families, Friday night, weekend, whatever you got going on.
Have some drinks. Think
not?
how you can automate your workflow with documents. Well,
Yes, because that's what they want to do. But funnily enough, that's probably what we'll do.
that's what
Over
we'll
the
do.
weekend.
Absolutely. So after this meeting, after this demo, Liam, let's stay online and let's continue this conversation.
Let's
We
do
have
it.
a lot to talk about. Like, so many things happened in the last few weeks, and I just sent Liam another surprise email. So
It was a surprise.
it wasn't
No,
surprised,
awesome.
but it's
It
very
was.
positive.
Yes.
So thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend. We'll talk to
good
you and
weekend.
see you next Friday.
Done.
We need some music, Dimitri. Just this feels awkward when there's no music.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, we're done.
I believe we're done.
It's